Hello, and welcome to the first coffee corner of summer vacation 2022. Yesterday was a half day. We got out at noon. So this is my first official full day of summer vacation. And do you think I slept in? If you did, you're wrong. The answer is no. Um, my brain was still like, you have to get up and you have to eat breakfast and you have to get ready to go to school. And I'm thinking, no, I don't. Brain, shut up. I want to go back to sleep. Good morning, Timothy Rainwaters. Welcome in. I'm like, shut up, brain. I want to go back to sleep. Well, that just didn't happen. So I've been up for 4 hours. I'm hoping to maybe take a nap, like around after lunch. Naps are really nice. I found out that in kindergarten, they don't, because they have a rest time. We used to call it nap time. Well, let's be honest. When I went to school, we went to kindergarten half day. We didn't start full day school until first grade. So kindergartners go all day now. And they have nap time, but they don't call it nap time. They call it brain break time. And I'm like, and I said to one of the kindergartners, because in K through 2, I'm Miss Lena, because there is already a teacher named Mrs. Hall. Hey, cool gamer, welcome in. And I said to one of the first grader or kindergartners, I said, Miss Lena needs a brain break. Can Miss Lena come down and take a brain break too? And he looked at me real serious and goes, no, Miss Lena, you're an adult. Adults don't need brain breaks. I'm like, thanks. Adults do need brain breaks. Because all the brain breaks we didn't take as kids, we kind of want them now. So. So, I'm like, But it has rained and rained and rained and rained and rained some more. It started raining Monday afternoon. And Tuesday was supposed to be our word Lexile achievement party. At the beginning of the year, each fifth grader was given a word goal based on their third and fourth grade, how many words they read in third and fourth grade. Third grade didn't weigh as heavily on it because their third grade year was cut short due to COVID. So some of the kids had a smaller goal, like 80,000 words. Some kids had a bigger goal, like 3 million words. And when I say 3 million words, I'm actually not kidding. One of these students' goals was 3 million words. So we were supposed to go to All-Star Adventures. Hey, Randy, welcome in. Thanks for coming to hang out. So we were supposed to go to All-Star Adventures, and it's kind of like it's kind of like a little miniature amusement park type thing. Outside it has miniature golf and bumper cars and go-karts, and inside they have combatives that you get to put on like this like rubber ball type suit and with a mallet and whack each other with it. And then those arcade games that you could pay for. School wasn't paying for that part. You had to pay for it on your own. Well, on Monday in the morning when we had our fifth grade meeting, I said, so what's the new plan for tomorrow? And they kind of looked at me and went, what do you mean the new plan for tomorrow? And I go, it's supposed to be pouring down rain tomorrow. Are we really going to let the kids have metal golf clubs and become human lightning rods? Like, no. I'm like, okay. So we ended up changing plans, and we went and saw a movie, and then they got to swim for a little bit. So we went to go see the movie Family Camp. I was like, okay, this will be a really funny movie. It's not. Hey, Sam. It's very like religious based. It's about families that go to church camp, and like their marriages are falling apart. And I'm just sitting here in the movie theater going, is this really what we're showing 5th grade kids? I mean, there was nothing inappropriate, but so they were like, we didn't get the movie, Mrs. Hall. And I'm like, it's okay. I'm sorry that you didn't get, I'm sorry. Hey, Christine, welcome in. So they didn't. I'm like, I can't believe this is a movie we decided to see, but I wasn't in charge of that. So, sorry, I've got something in my eyeball. And no, it's not my finger. It feels like I have an eyelash in my eye. So it was just really weird. And then they're doing some construction on one of the exits off the highway that we could get into Newton, okay, because we went to the movie theater that's about 30 minutes away. And the movie theater was super nice to us because we really called them last minute. The theater doesn't usually open until 1. And they came down and opened it up for us. And all of the adults, there was 6 of us, got in free. They only charged $7 per student. And that included a ticket, they told them a kid's size soft drink and a kid's popcorn, which is pretty relatively small. But when we got there, they gave them small drinks and small popcorns. And the owner's like, I felt really bad for you guys that the weather ruined your end of the year plans. So we upgraded everything at no additional charge, which was super nice of them. So, and the kids got to have soda and popcorn, and they thought that was the greatest thing ever. So I don't know how much they really cared about the movie. So we got back, the kids swam, ate lunch at 2:00, which is an hour and a half later than they normally do, but these kids were hyped full of popcorn, so it didn't matter. And then we came home in the rain. We are at the top of a hill where Sam and I live. The water has been up to the curb. We are in flash flood warnings. They are closing roads. And I was looking at my Facebook memories, and it popped up that literally today last year, which was also the day after the last day of school, that I posted, please stop going around barricades and getting stuck and then making law enforcement come risk their life to rescue you. And so I was just like, this is worth sharing again. Because if there's barricades and there's water, and you know that there's been flooding, the barricades are there for a reason. Especially when somebody tries to go through with their car that's 4 inches off the ground. I remember growing up and the county lake flooding across the road, and they were only letting trucks go through it. They literally had police cars out there to monitor, so that people didn't get swept into the lake. So I remember Dad and I driving around, and he would just go so slow through these big embankments of water. Exactly. Turn around, don't drown. So I remember Dad going super slow through these watered areas. And I go, Dad, why are you going so slow? Because I my favorite thing when it's raining is to drive through it and make the big water spray. And Dad goes, this isn't the time to do that. This isn't the location to do that. This would flood the engine, and it would stall the truck, and then it would not be good. Oh, okay. So but people, they don't teach how to drive in what like situations like that in driver's ed. I took driver's ed when I was in 8th grade. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 years ago, and they didn't teach it then, let alone teaching it now. So I worry about some of these kids because school's out and they're out joyriding, which, is costing them in gas, but that's between them and their wallet and whoever's putting gas in their car. And so I'm just like, don't make law enforcement come after you because you decided to do something dumb. So that brings up, so that was Tuesday. And then yesterday, like I said, we had a half day. We started out the day with a slideshow of the 5th graders. They took their own, they took like a selfie with their Chromebook, and then they had to type about what their favorite thing about 5th grade was. And so we watched that and we interspersed some pictures like through it. And I say we when one of the other teachers did most of that. I took all the pictures and she made a slideshow. And it was really neat to see, and they had some pictures like from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And you could see where like the kids like grew taller and like maybe they slimmed down in their cheeks and, that kind of thing. So, I mean, it's really been interesting to see how they've changed from August to now. And I'm going to miss them because there are some stinkers, but I think there is in every class. But they were a really good group of kids, and like a couple of them were like bawling as like when the principal made the announcement, okay, this is it for the final release for the year. Have a great summer. And like a couple of the girls just and started to bawl. And so I'm like, it's okay. It's not like you're never going to see me again. And they're like, but we're never going to see you again because you won't be at the middle school. And I had to kind of, because we've had some new students, and I had to explain to them that small town schools are a lot different than big city schools where they're from, where the teachers aren't there anymore. Like they move and they change. And I'm like, if the other Mrs. Hall's been teaching since I was in 2nd grade here, I'm pretty sure you're going to see me next year. Sam says, well, that's like car manuals used to tell you how to adjust your valves. Now the manual tells you don't drain the contents of your battery. And that is actually true. And welcome in Christy of Christy's Corner. How are you doing today?
Hello. It's the kids' first day out of school. My daughter was like, make me pancakes. We got to work. So I made her bacon and eggs.
Did you guys have a half day yesterday or full day?
Full day. They're half days tomorrow. But they're not going. It's not required.
So, like, there's no school today, but they have a half day tomorrow?
So, the intent of the half day tomorrow is actually only a 2-hour day, and it's to pick up report cards.
We send them home with the kids on their last day. We're like, here, bye.
Yeah, it's report card pickup. But the thing is like we have a is it called Clover? I don't know. We have some internet program that we can go in and look at their grades at any time we want, how many days they missed and all that. So there's no point in sending them.
Well, I think legally they because we have the same thing. It's called school pad. Skyward is mine. Skyward is where
it's Skyward.
Okay, so maybe it is Skyward. I know I log into Skyward as my payroll. So yeah. But yeah, so it might be Skyward. No, ours is called PowerSchool. I knew it wasn't that. I'm like, and parents can see it, but I think legally we have to give them a copy. Or at least offer them the opportunity to have a copy.
Yeah, offer them the opportunity. That's pretty accurate. Because not working. Oh, if we don't send the kid to school to get the report card on, the 2-hour day, we're supposed to send them a stamp and they'll mail it to us. I'm not doing either because I have access to seeing the grades. So what's the point?
That's funny. Like, so I remember when they used, because I was, yesterday, they pretty much watched movies after assembly, and after we kind of helped, like, stack the desks on top of each other and get them against the wall and the chairs and everything, they watched movies for 3 hours. And so I kind of played Gopher Monkey for all 3 of the 5th grade teachers. And I'm like, if the boys can't handle not having me in the classroom for a half a day at this point, then we're screwed next year. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I would take things back and forth to the office and that kind of thing. And I'm like, hey, do you need me to run the report cards to the office so they can mail them off? And one of the teachers looks at me and goes, mail them off? And I go, yeah, don't you mail end of the year report cards now? And they're like, we've never. And I go, yeah, well, they used to when I was in school. She's like, oh, well, we don't now. We just send them home with the student.
Right. Well, they mail them. And I'm like, I'm not sending. Well, first I'd have to go buy stamps. Who keeps stamps? But then, like, it's 60 cents. Stamps are 60 cents beginning in June.
Mm-hmm. So go now and buy like a couple books or a couple rolls of 100 forever stamps, and then it won't matter.
Well, I don't need stamps. I do all my banking and bill pay online. So I'm like, meh.
But yeah, when I worked at the chamber, that was kind of like, it was during that time where stamps went up in January and then in March, and then they were going to go up in July. And I went to the board and I said, can I just go buy $100 in forever stamps? I think that when I bought them, I think that was like 5.5 rolls of stamps. So like 550 stamps. They're like, well, why do we need 550 stamps? So I started listing all the things that I had to mail. And they're like, yeah, why don't you do that?
I don't see that they don't at our post office. They don't ask. They Sammy. They don't ever ask, like, why do you need this many stamps?
Well, no, our board questioned why I needed that many stamps. Why did I need to go spend $100 in stamps? So, hey, Walking with the Woods, Nick is Walking with the Woods is actually a channel out of the UK. So if you are interested in like Disneyland Paris content, go check out Nick over with Walking with the Woods. I've actually been on one of his live streams.
How about I come to Disneyland Paris and just stay at your house? Kidding.
Nick also has 2 of the cutest girls ever.
Excuse me, ladies. Does something look different about me?
Sammy cut her hair.
Oh my gosh, you gave Fred some new clothes. Paul Vines said hello, and Nate says, yep, come on and see us. So apparently that's an invitation, Christy.
I gotta renew my passport. It expired this year.
Yeah. I need a passport.
What?
I said I need to get a passport. Good.
They're like $150, or they were the last time I got one, which is 10 years ago.
Yeah, but they lost 10 years, so.
Plus, you have to pay a $50 processing fee now.
The 150 10 years ago was with the processing fee.
Okay, the 150 is without processing fee now.
Oh.
Except he was just there. We're there for the Avengers campus opening in July, and he can't wait. Can't wait to see the videos. We also mod together in a Facebook group for Disney YouTubers, Instagrammers, and TikTokers. All right, which one of you two did it? Because I need to know. We need to get our story straight right now.
Oh my God, Evie just got scared because she was distracted.
Aww, poor Evie.
Because I was sitting here and then I went like this, and she's like,
Your hair does look cute, Sammy.
Thank you.
Did you color it too?
Mm-mm.
It looks redder.
Redder?
Yeah.
Here, maybe it's the lighting.
So I have, since we haven't, like the three of us haven't really talked a whole lot lately, I've got a lot of things to tell you. One, my son got his boot off finally.
Woo woo.
Yay.
Two, the high school my son is going into, at their high school graduation last week, there was a shooting and killed a 18-year-old and injured a 17-year-old. And it was a 17-year-old that was shooting.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's just one in Texas too.
Yeah, that one was worse. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I didn't even hear about the one out in Tennessee.
It was just one person that, passed. I shouldn't have said the D word to begin with, but passed. Especially on social media. But I mean, I think we're not saying the S word. The
The unalive.
Yeah, we're not saying that, so I think we're good. Because I know that one will cause some issues on here. We're going to Dollywood this weekend for my daughter's birthday.
Oh, that will be fun.
You guys already know about my Disney World trip, but 3 weeks after that, I'll be at Disneyland because I have a work conference to go to.
Next year?
Take a couple extra days and go to Disneyland.
Are you going to the MEV conference next year?
Mm-mm.
It's in Disneyland at the end of June.
No.
That's my birthday.
I have a work conference in San Diego in March. And I'm going to, Christina lives out there, so I'm going to meet up with her at Disneyland.
Well, that's why I kind of thought you might go to the MEV conference that's out there. It's June 26th and 27th because Christina lives out there.
No, I'm going to be at Walt Disney World for my personal life in February. So I wouldn't be able to take another personal trip. This one is because it's a work trip, and I'm just going to extend it by a day so I can go to Disneyland.
Well, my mom will be here on the 17th.
Yay!
Yay.
So that's exciting.
And my little one turns 10 on Tuesday.
Oh
my goodness.
The one that made me make her bacon and eggs this morning.
She can't cook bacon and eggs.
She's 10.
And?
I'm not letting a 10-year-old that can't reach the stove try to cook.
It's quite a chair.
When she's older and taller, we will do that.
Do you guys, I'm sure that you do. Don't you guys have 4-H out there in Tennessee?
What is that?
Okay.
4-H club?
4-H club?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's like, because we went out here, it's like, they do like, it's like
the county fair stuff. Like, you go to the county fair and you see all the the stuff with the ribbons on it. I'm like, oh, the 4-H kids did that.
Yeah, and like they have like show rabbits or piggies or horses
and clothes. Okay, you need to look into 4-H in your area because it would benefit you so much. But because it starts at 3rd grade and they start learning how to cook.
Well, my son learned how to cook at 12. So I'll probably have her learn when she's 12 too.
Frugal Granny, welcome in. I would think we're all doing fantastic today. And Nick wants to know if we all have passports. I don't, but Sam wants me to get one because he wants to do some international traveling.
Mine expired last month.
I don't have one, but that's my next goal is to get one. I really want to get a passport because I want to go across the world.
I will tell you this, like when I got my passport, I was like, yeah, now we can travel across the world and do all these things. It's just so expensive for Americans to travel to other countries.
That's why you take a cruise.
No thanks.
Oh, it's so much fun.
But yeah, I mean, sorry, the no thanks is the claustrophobia thing. Like, I mean, somebody's really gonna have to do some talking to me and really getting me to be able to go on one, because for one, I get seasick just by getting on a ferry boat to go from the PTC to Magic Kingdom.
Okay, yeah, don't go on a cruise.
So, I mean, I would really have to be convinced hardcore to go.
Thank you, Nick. I'm working really hard.
Oh yeah, you're looking great. I saw one of your shorts this morning.
Yeah, I am 2.5 pounds away from 50 pounds. And my goal is 50 pounds by, it's going to be like the last Wednesday of June because we pushed back when we're leaving. So I'll end up weighing in a day early. But
that's so exciting, though. You're doing so good.
Nick says, I think that in the States, every state is different, so there's a lot to explore at home. Here in the UK, not so much. Well, I saw a TikTok
to explore here. I've never been to the Grand Canyon or to Niagara Falls.
Okay, the funny thing that you mentioned the Grand Canyon and Nick talking about the UK. There's somebody on TikTok. It popped up as I was scrolling through this morning when I couldn't go back to sleep, that the Grand Canyon is roughly the same size as the UK.
Oh, funny.
Really?
I guess the guy, he thought it was like this little like crater in the ground, and he went to go visit it and thought he was like gonna be able to walk around like completely around it and stuff. And he's like, it's the size of the UK.
That's funny.
Now, I will say that I really want to go to Scotland and explore all the castle ruins.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The 1400s.
My high school, back when I was in school, they offered a trip to Ireland that it was discounted for students and all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to go so bad. And one of my friends got to go and her mom was going. And her mom even went and talked to mom and dad's like, I'll be there. And she's a nurse. And I know part of what was concerning for mom and dad was my epilepsy because my seizures were just not controlled. And they're like, no. And I'm like, fine. Granted, I was a freshman. But it would have still been a lot of fun. Thank you, Frugal Granny. 50 pounds is approximately 4 stone in the UK. And it's cold in Scotland. Yeah. It's cold here. What are you talking? We have had rain for 4 days now. Yeah. I have the heat back on.
It was like 90 degrees. And my hair was curled like 2 days ago, so that's why it's falling out. But it was much curlier this morning. And then I had to go put a Macari cell in the mailbox and put the flag up, and the curl just kind of flattened out. I'm like, man,
you have naturally straight hair?
Huh?
You have naturally straight hair?
Yeah.
Oh, I have curly hair.
Oh gosh, my hair is super it's really, really thin, but when I hold it, I have a lot of it. So anytime I go to get my hair colored, they're always like, oh, this won't take long at all. You have like very thin hair. And then they're like, oh, wait a minute. You have a lot of hair for very thin. But
I have the same with my hair. But now it looks like the thickness that is in it.
Because it's short. It's shorter. I probably should get mine cut. It's so funny because when I go to like TMI, I guess, I don't know, this isn't TMI. When I go to like take my clothes off and I'm like, about to either get in the shower or whatever, and it's down my back, I can feel it like tickling my lower back. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so. And then when I'm wearing a tank top, I have a tank top on under this. My hair will get like stuck right here, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, my hair was getting stuck in my armpits too. And the only reason like I cut it was because I had so much dead hair. And I was like, let's just cut it. So that way it can just grow and be healthy. And she's thriving right now. She's so happy.
I definitely need to cut this, but I don't want to. And I try not to wash it very often. I'm actually glad that it rained on my hair because it felt really dry and brittle. And then for whatever reason, it just soaked up that water from the rain. It was like, yay!
It probably was dry and brittle, and it was like, water! Sandy! Water!
Frugal Granny asks, how did you lose the weight? This is my first time here, and I hope you don't mind me asking. Of course not. I'm very open with my struggle with weight loss, struggle with losing weight and gaining it back. I'm very open about it. And Sammy's down here nodding her head.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
For most of us, any question is not off the table, or every question's on the table. I'm super private about my family just because of their privacy, but other than that, and my employer. But other than that, we're all pretty open.
Frugal Granny, I am doing Weight Watchers. I am doing the digital only version. I pay $22 a month, and I have been off and on Weight Watchers 5 million times, and that's really not a joke. I started doing Weight Watchers in 2008 and have been off and on it many times, and I don't know what it is about the current plan, which is called the personal points plan. You take an assessment and you answer questions, and they tailor a program that's fit for you and inside of the foods that you eat the most. Like one of the questions is, and Sammy, you took the quiz a lot more recently than I did, so you'll kind of know or maybe remember more of the wording, but it was like about potatoes and avocado.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, it was what the question I think was something like, in the course of a day, would you eat more potatoes or avocados? And something similar to that. And one of those two items is going to be part of your 0-point foods, whether it's potatoes or avocado. And pasta, there's a question about pasta too, because some people have pasta as a 0-point food. And it's all about eating in moderation and pretty much not beating yourself up for living life. Like last week, I came home almost every day from school in tears because the kids' behavior was like horrible. And Sam's like, let's go. Let's get away for the weekend. So Friday when I got out of school, we left for Branson, and I just mindfully ate. I didn't track anything. Like Friday night, I had 3 tacos from Taco Bell. Saturday for breakfast, the hotel that we stay at had a breakfast buffet, and I had oatmeal with I put a scoop of brown sugar on my oatmeal. And I had 3. It was so good. I don't know what it is about hotel oatmeal, but it is like one of the best things in the world. I had 3 sausage links. I had a big scoop of eggs, and I had some orange juice. And that was my breakfast. And I was really happy with that. For lunch, on Saturday, we went to A&W. It's a fast food burger joint. Birdwell, welcome in. And it's in the Branson outlet mall. And every time we go to Branson, we always go to the outlets and we always eat at A&W. I had a small French fry and a junior Whopper, junior burger. And then for dinner, we went to a show, and I had some popcorn. And then we had dinner in between before our next show, and we went to a buffet. And it's the first time I had navigated a buffet since January. And I was really nervous about it. But I went through the first time, and I went through the salad bar. I had a big salad, and I put onions and hard-boiled eggs and peas and carrots, and I put on full fat ranch dressing. I had a little bit of pasta salad and a little bit of potato salad, and I enjoyed that plate of food. And then when I went back to get like the main, like the rest of my meal, I didn't feel bad taking a little scoop of macaroni and cheese. And I knew you're in the South, so carrots are cooked in butter, copious amounts of butter. I didn't feel bad taking a spoonful of carrots dripping with butter. I was like, and I went into, and this morning was my weigh-in. Thursdays are my weigh-in days. I went into the weigh-in this morning going, and then Sunday was pretty much driving in the car. And then Monday was a staff breakfast at school. So literally for 3.5 days, I ate whatever I wanted and I didn't track. And I started to beat myself up on Monday night. And Sam looked at me and goes, "What are you doing? You told me you weren't going to do this." And I'm like, "Oh." And I like freaking out about it. He's like, "You're trying to weigh in at night after you've eaten all day. What is wrong with you?" And this morning I ended up with a 1.6 pound loss. And he just looked at me this morning and goes, "Was the freak out necessary?" And I know he's, I'm from Alabama. We eat lots of meat and taters here. Yes, you do. So
when you're done telling your story, let's tell her where we're all from.
Yeah. And so I kicked off I'm calling it my I can't talk. My year of weight loss. I did the Walt Disney World Marathon 5K on our Disney vacation in December. And right when we came back from that, I jumped on my Weight Watchers and I really haven't looked back. I go to the gym. I go on walks. I averaged at least 10,000 steps a day at school because I would go back and forth across the school so much. And I have to remember that I can't sit for 2 months and still get the same type of results that I was getting being so much more active at school. So I had originally planned to get up and go to the gym today, but I'm not walking like 5 blocks in the rain. It's just not happening. So I live in Kansas. In the Midwest portion, about an hour north of Wichita, which is one of the bigger cities in Kansas. Sammy?
I live in Fort Collins, Colorado, which is a pretty big city in Colorado. It's like colleges out here, CSU, which is one of the best veterinary programs I think it's in the world, actually, because we have a lot of like foreign kids come out here for the vet school. Yeah. Oh, and Disneyland is based off of like I think it's Main Street, or a part of whatever. Some part of Disneyland is based off of Old Town Fort Collins.
Christy?
I am from Knoxville, Tennessee, which is just right outside of Dollywood, which I grew up going there. But I live in Nashville, Tennessee. So, yeah. When you said Alabama, I'm like, yeah, we're Southern. We're right here. I'm actually pretty close to the Alabama state line. Only like an hour and a half, I believe. Maybe 2 hours at the most. Yeah.
What are we on?
Be back soon. If you're gone by then, see ya.
Hey, Christy, Michelle Farr from Royal Caribbean, because Christy and I are actually both travel agents with Magical Enchanted Vacations. We each have our own independent travel agency. Michelle Farr just sent an email that they're doing a dash for cash for Royal Caribbean bookings. Anything booked back from May 5th all the way to June 24th for 2022 departures. You get points for but 1 point per booking. And then if you redeem somebody redeems future cruise credit, and then if you watch the future cruise credit real-time redemption module in Royal Caribbean University. FYI. I know you don't get all the same, aren't signed up for all the emails that I am, so.
I just do it to make a little extra money to pay for my own trips.
Yep. I don't promote. I know Christy actually does more promoting than I do, like on Instagram and stuff. But
the way I promote is like when a Disney, Universal, any particular cruise line that I get emails for, and Dolly would send out emails to us, I will put it in my stories. I don't put it on my feed. I put it in my stories. And every now and then I'll put down at the bottom, contact me to book your trip. But I don't usually do that because Instagram will flag you as a business and I'm a creator. So every now and then I'll put that in there. Mostly I just post the news.
But you know, it only takes that one person to like really start like making your business grow. For example, one of the gals I work with at the school, because I'm a special education para for K through 5, the gal who runs our kitchen booked a July cruise through me, and then we were doing tests, like standardized testing, and so literally we couldn't leave the room. We had to just sit there. She's like, "Hey, I want to look at a cruise for spring break of next year." I'm like, "Okay." So we got that booked. The next day, she's like, "Hey, my niece is gonna go," so I got her booked. Then a couple of days later, her mom, like, I'm up to 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm up to 6 rooms on this cruise next year, and I just got an email that one of them also has a friend that wants to go now. So I laughed and told her, I said, purely from your commission, you're going to pay off my next year's trip. Sam and I decided to go on a Royal Caribbean cruise next July, and it's due in April, and I'll get the commission in March.
That's so nice.
I literally don't have to, all I have to do is I have to put down the $200 to book it and then just wait till my commission comes in. The commission from our December vacations, that commission from that, all of that is just going towards next year's trip. It's purely a commission booked trip, a commission paid trip.
I mean, that's nice that you can do that because those trips can get costly.
Well, next year, one of the things that really, because we do Disney, we do Universal, and we do cruising, and then we like do road trips and stuff too. And one of the things that just appeals to us about cruises is that the food is included. Now, you can pay to go to the specialty restaurants and you can pay for, you know, the expensive drink packages. But if you're wanting to do it budget style, you don't want to pay for anything. Coffee, tea, water, lemonade is included. Juice is included in the morning at breakfast. And there's so many free places to eat on a cruise ship that you don't have to worry about it. And it's included with the cost of your cruise. So that's one of the, like, because when you look at it, especially right now, because Disney and Universal got rid of their prepaid dining plans.
Oh, did they?
Disney should be coming back with it.
Yeah, they keep saying it's coming back soon, but we haven't seen it yet. Frugal Ranch.
Well, they're announcing packages on the 8th. I bet they include dining packages.
I hope they do too. Frugal Granny says, been nice being with you guys in the live. Hope your day is good. I have to go to work. I added you to my friends list. Awesome. Thanks so much. Make sure to check out Just Sammy Things and Christys Corner. You will find their channels linked in the featured channels listing on my channel. I hope they bring back dining plans, and hopefully if they bring them back starting for like with the June packages for 2023, that we can add them in for 2022.
Yeah, that would be good.
And this is saying that this is complete speculation on Christina's part. We do not have any advanced information. We know exactly when you guys find out things. So we don't have any advanced information on that. It's pure speculation.
Sometimes they'll send travel agents the email 2 hours before they post it on social media.
Or 2 hours after it goes live.
Or 2 hours, yeah, after. But they usually send it to us same day that they announce it. So.
Have you seen the video and the photos for the new tribute store that they're putting in over the summer?
The one in Orlando or the one in
New York? One at Universal Orlando.
Yes.
I'm super excited.
They're even putting stuff on the parking garage.
Yep. So I'm pretty excited. It is just so dreary outside. It's like, I need some sunshine. And then I look and it's like 83 in Orlando and it's 50 here.
Oh, I don't know what the temperature is here. Let me check. Well, that is in Gatlinburg. That's not where I'm at. It's 70 here.
Oh, just rub it in.
When I'm in Gatlinburg, or well, Pigeon Forge, either way, it's supposed to be 83 and sunny this weekend, so that's good.
Well, I'm glad that you're going to have good weather for your trip.
Me too. I don't know if I'm doing magical makeup tonight or not.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
You leave tomorrow, don't you?
No. Dollywood's not far away. We will go the morning of. But tomorrow's Friday. We do have something going on in the room. Well, there's nothing on there. Oh, cross-country tryouts in the zoo.
Okay, for high school next year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yours isn't an automatic you want to participate, you just show up?
Nope, you got to try out.
That's how it's out here, too.
Not here. If you want to participate, you show up. As long as your grades stay good, you participate.
Yeah, because, so do you have JV and varsity then?
Yes. JV is 9th and 10th, and varsity is 11th, 12th.
I'm gonna, whoa.
Varsity for middle school is 8th, and JV is 7th, because 6th grade.
I'm gonna mute for a second, because my boss is gonna call me to help me with something, or when she calls me, I'm gonna mute, so just so you know.
Okay. Yeah, and because 6th graders can't participate, because there's so many different schools where 6th grade is still considered elementary. So 6th graders don't participate. That's a bummer. Everyone should get to participate who wants to.
Oh, that was the other thing I meant to say.
I think everybody gets to participate. They just are on JV. You still have to try out, though.
My son applied for what they call honors college.
Okay.
So here, there's 3 options. It's honors college is done through the high school, and you can take all honors classes that go towards credits in college. Second option is you can do a partial dual enrollment where you are in high school and doing partial dual enrollment where you're also enrolled for college. And by the time you graduate high school, you graduate with an associate's degree from college. Or you can do full dual enrollment where you're in high school and college at the same time. And when you graduate high school, you also graduate from college with a bachelor's degree. So he applied for it in April and he got accepted this week.
That's awesome. So what is he going to do?
We don't know yet. We haven't decided. He's asked me what I think he should do. And I said, no, don't ask me. What you need to do is we have our first meeting in August. I said, you need to go to this meeting. You need to hear all the options from them because they'll have more information than I do. I just know the basis of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you need to talk to your guidance counselor, which will be a special guidance counselor for you because you are a college student. And you need to decide with your college guidance counselor on which program you want to do. He qualified for all three.
Okay. What do you think he's going to do?
So if he's going to do cross country, I think he should do the partial dual enrollment rather than the full dual enrollment. But if he decides not to, which he's been contemplating, then I would say he should do the full dual enrollment.
That's awesome. Like, I mean, our high school has a college campus on the campus of the high school, but they don't offer anything like that. The only thing they offer like that's like you can get your CNA while you're in school. That's a really cool program.
Yeah, my high school, I mean, it could be different, but when I was in high school, they had like if you were good with your attendance and all of that stuff, you could apply to go to Front Range but it was like law enforcement, like mechanic work, cooking, like it was like those kind of things. It wasn't like actual like college math and stuff. So I did the law enforcement program.
Well, we have schools that you have to test to get into here.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, we have a school like that too, and it's like all college credits that you're getting while you're in it.
And he missed the cutoff to test for it. It was in December, and why is the cutoff in December? That's when everybody's busy doing stuff. So I was looking at were there other options, and it's interesting. I guess there's so many people that apply for that school that don't get in that they started offering college programs at the high schools, the public high schools.
See, as a junior or senior, as long as you've taken the ACT, you can take college classes in place of the high school classes and get high school credit and college credit for them. So like, I didn't take it until before my senior year. So, but I took British Lit, Comp 1, college psychology, and something else. I took 4. I took 2 each semester.
Well, we have like the AP classes out here.
Well, see, AP classes don't count for college credit.
No, they don't. They're just advanced placement.
They're just advanced placement.
Well, we had ones that did count for college credits.
Then those were through an actual college.
Yeah, those are like honors classes.
Yeah.
They work with the colleges to put them as college courses.
Right. Yeah. Because I know she didn't go to school out here, but she graduated high school with being a sophomore into college.
Then all of her classes were actual college classes because AP classes themselves are just an advanced placement. That's what AP stands for. It's not a college credit. They actually the school has to partner with a college, and then they have to go through a lot to get them to count for both. Because I loved British Lit and Comp 1. It was some of my favorite classes. And the teacher, I can't talk. Butler itself does not have classes on Fridays. And so on Friday, like the first Friday of my senior year, we were all sitting in the senior hallway because we couldn't go home because we had to be on school property because we were in school. And the principal literally walks by through us in the hallway and literally turns around and walks back and goes, "What are you guys doing here?" And we kind of looked at him like, "We're in school, where are you?" Yeah. And he's like, "You realize on Friday afternoons, you're considered college students and you don't have to be here." excuse me? And I said, well, I do because I have the way it worked out is I ended up with 45 minutes of a nutrition class on Friday because it was block scheduling. And he's like, okay, let's go talk to the teacher and see what we can do about that. And she's like, I don't care if you show up or not. If the other classes you have are college classes, I'm not going to expect you to come back for 45 minutes. Go on Fridays, you don't have to show up. So I literally went home and I'm like, Dad, I got told to leave school. And Dad's like, what? I'm like, yeah, because I'm a college student in the afternoons. I don't have to go to school. So I was able to pick up some extra hours working on Friday afternoons.
Our school, they offered to where you could leave school or only do half days. And instead of that, I actually just finished out my high school degree and graduated in December. But I obviously didn't get my diploma until May when everybody else did. So I went ahead and went to college that next semester.
Sam says, my senior year, I had a mix of college classes, AP classes, and regular classes. The only problem was the city I was in, they were all in different parts of town, and I ended up with a ton of detention because I was always late getting from class to class. Like, that's actually true. When he graduated, they gave him an empty diploma and made him come back and serve detention for like 2 weeks. Wasn't it, dear?
What?
Yeah. So that because they wouldn't give him his diploma otherwise.
But that's just crazy because, like, he was just trying to get to all of his classes.
They didn't care. Big city don't care. I had 80 hours of detention.
Jesus.
I
never got
detention once, maybe twice. And it was always because, my brother's older than me, and they had a senior parking lot and a parking lot for everybody else. And he was a senior and an honors parking lot. So when I was old enough to drive, I most of the time had honors and parking lot. But when I wasn't, and he was driving, he'd park in the senior parking lot, and I would ride with him, and I'd walk in, and usually if the teacher in there knew me, they would send me to the office for parking in the senior lot when I shouldn't have been parking in the senior lot, and I had to explain it to him, and then it'd make me late to class. And I ended up with every time, if you were late 3 times, you got after school detention. So with that whole year that he was a senior, I ended up with 2 detention days because I got stopped and got late to class.
Like, why would they just not ask? Like, how did you get here? My brother drove me. He's a senior. Like,
I don't know.
That's so weird to me because I drove to school as a sophomore.
Well, yeah, you can, but you have to.
But it's a free for all. It's like whoever gets here first parks in that spot. Like,
no.
Yeah, I think we had one spot that was like honor or whatever, like student of the whatever. I don't know. I didn't drive in high school, so.
Ours was, so there's a front parking lot that's like the bigger front parking lot, and then there's like a little side off to the side. So the side parking lot was teachers. The entire front parking lot, aside from the front row, was seniors and honors. And the seniors had this section and the honors had this section. And then the back parking lot was a disaster and a mess, and nobody ever wanted to, like, if you were within walking distance, no one wanted to drive and park there. And we were within walking distance to our school. So I only drove when I had, when my brother was a senior, he drove, or when I had honors. Any other time, I was like, I'm not driving and parking in that mess back there.
I just don't teachers have better things to worry about than who's parking in a parking spot? Like maybe who's getting picked on and needs help? Like
It was always the same teacher, and he was my English lit teacher. He was a butt. To put it nicely, he was a butthole. And it was his class that I was late to. He would be like, "You need to go to the principal's office," and then he would go on back to his class, and then I would come in late because I had to go to the principal's office.
I would have I would have said to the principal, listen, you need to tell this teacher to knock it off because clearly we have this conversation every single time that this is what's happening. And you're wasting my time, you're wasting his time, you're wasting your time. So, like,
I think he just didn't like me.
yeah, but that doesn't give him an excuse. Like,
That's true.
oh, hold on,
unfortunately, teachers have favorites, and it does end up showing. And they have students that they don't like.
His favorites were always the boys. He didn't like any of the girls. I have a feeling that there was a reason behind that. He never talked about his ex-wife, but I know he was married, and I know that he had a kid that was a son, but he was also an actor, and I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was kind of like a live action Taming of the Shrew type of movie. It was back then it was even considered an old movie because he was young when he was in it, and at that time he was probably in his early 60s. He was in that movie, and anytime it came on TBS, because that's the channel it would come on, as he would, instead of us doing English lit, he would have us watch the movie. I'm like, why are we watching the same movie over and over again? And no one ever cared because they were like, oh, we don't have to work. But I'd be like, why do we keep watching the same movie? And he got irritated with me, and he told the class why. So that's the only reason I knew he was an actor in it, and I don't even remember what movie it was called. It was terrible. But I was like, why do we always watch the same crappy movie? I think that's why he didn't like me. And something happened with his wife for him to not like women in general.
Oh my gosh, the Freedom of the Seas just caught on fire in Grand Turk.
No.
The cruise ship. The funnel just caught on fire.
What's the funnel?
It looks like the little whale back on the back of the ship.
Oh.
Where their exhaust comes out, just caught on fire in Grand Turk.
Wow.
Here, I'll share my screen. Somebody posted it in Facebook group I'm in for travel agents. There. Isn't that crazy?
Wow. So are they going to be stuck?
No, they said that it's under control and they'll have it fixed, but they may have to stay put in Grand Turk an extra night. That's really sad because that's the ship that Sam and I went on last summer. It said that everyone had to go to the muster stations and get a life jacket.
Makes sense, just in case.
Yep. But they said that no one had to, they weren't going to have to leave the ship. Somebody said the smoke looks like somebody left a hot dog on the grill. Somebody else said someone must have ate at the Blue Iguana with too much hot sauce. The Blue Iguana is the Mexican fast food at the pool bar. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm just glad that I don't have a client on that cruise right now. Throwing that out there.
Yeah. If I do magical makeup tonight, let me see. I have a couple of looks right here that I've been debating on.
It doesn't sound like you really want to.
I mean, I do. I like doing my makeup. It's fun.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
Were you gone?
She was on the phone with her boss.
Oh, I didn't even realize it.
Rude.
Sorry.
Oh, I don't know why I'm just looking on here. I have like several ideas saved in my phone. I need to look at those.
Sorry, Sammy.
I need to get like a green wig so I can do some other stuff.
Oh,
My goodness.
you're telling me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
What was that?
The hiccup.
That sounded weird. kind of scared me.
Oh.
That sounded weird too. Quit being weird.
I'm not being weird.
We're being weird.
I need to pee.
We'll go do that in the bathroom, not right there. Samantha, I will sick Fred on you.
Dude, I dare you.
He'll come and attack you tonight while you're asleep.
Don't put that kind of mamma jam on me.
Well, you said it. Fred's coming to get you. Fred's coming to get you.
Fred's gonna punch you in the face.
Fred loves you. For those of you who don't know who Fred is the ghost living in Sammy's closet.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Christy's like, I don't know either of you.
I'm looking up makeup looks.
When 10 is Carlo. Oopsies.
What?
I forgot to put that it was north.
You guys are weird. Or at least Sammy is.
I'm working. Ow, my foot's asleep.
Were you sitting on it?
No. Never. I would never just sit on my foot.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Why do I think your nose is gonna start growing like Pinocchio?
Why do I think your nose is gonna start growing like Pinocchio?
I think your face is gonna start growing like Pinocchio.
As long as it makes it look skinnier.
You crack.
Excuse me.
What'd you have for breakfast, Sammy?
I haven't eaten breakfast yet.
You need to eat.
I've been working.
For breakfast, I had the last of my leftover fajitas, and I made fajita quesadillas. I used 3 of my carb balance soft tortillas. I used up the last of my fajita stuff and 1 ounce of shredded cheese. And I just sprinkled a little bit of the cheese. I folded the tortilla in half and I sprinkled a little bit of the cheese on the bottom. I put the fajita stuff in the middle, sprinkled a little bit of stuff on top, and let it just warm up and melt the little bit of cheese that's in it. And I had 2 of those, and I just warmed up the rest of the fajita stuff and fried up a tortilla. So 2 quesadillas and 1 taco. It was very good.
Oh, we're awful quiet because we're working.
Yep. Sorry, everybody. So I know Sammy. I know Sammy. She's my friend. Do you have any summer plans, Sammy?
Not right now. My mom's coming. Grandma's coming, maybe.
So what are you guys going to do with her?
Oh, so she has her portable putt-putt. So she's coming to do that, and then we'll probably go up to Estes to see our friends. And then, I don't know what we're doing. And then my birthday.
When's that?
You don't know when my birthday is?
I just got out of school. My brain is mush. Leave me alone.
June 29th.
Oh yeah, the same day as my dad's.
Your dad's birthday is that day too?
June 29th. That's the day we leave for Florida.
My birthday. So I don't know what we're gonna do for that. Maybe Comic-Con.
Fun. Are you gonna vlog stuff?
My mom and I might make a video making a recipe from the Disney cookbook.
Oh, that would be fun.
If we do it or not is the question.
You should.
Yeah.
I sadly turned 40 this year.
Nah.
You don't look it though.
No, she doesn't. She looks 15.
I turned 28. And I still look 12.
Yes, you do.
My sister is like that. She looks 12 too.
One of the kids at school said I look 100, so you know.
What?
But you know kids, so.
They don't mean it.
Depends on the kid.
Yeah, but they still don't mean it. They're just buttheads.
No, that, yes.
Ooh, excuse me.
Man. Too funny. I know that stuff. I just lost my brain.
At least you had one to lose.
I know Sam and I had talked about going to the gym or something tonight, but I don't know.
I will be going to the gym after work today because I didn't go yesterday. Because I went and got my hair did.
Your hair did?
My hair did. And I didn't go the day before. Oh my gosh, I don't know what happened. I got like super sick.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I like even threw up, and I hate throwing up. Like I do everything in my power not to throw up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just felt like crap, and I was like, I am not going to the gym. I'm not doing that. So I need to go to the gym. I mean, I do little workouts here at home. Like, I have like a little ab workout I do, and then I have my little dumbbells over here. But I want like a good sweat.
I know that like we didn't do a whole lot of grocery shopping last week because we ended up going out of town. So we did a little bit when we got back, but not like a super ton. I was hoping that this ad would be a little bit better because it's Memorial Day. And ooh, Celsius is still 99 cents when you buy 5 or more. And it is 4 times fuel points on gift card purchases. So if you are picking up things like Starbucks gift cards or Disney gift cards or things like that, definitely weigh the pros and cons of getting them at Dillon's or your Kroger affiliate for the 4 times fuel points. I'm scrolling through the ad to see if there's something that I really need from the store.
When will people understand that, like, if you don't CC the other people on the email, that they won't see it? So you're going to have to respond a bunch of times because you're not CCing the people that are supposed to be able to see it.
They could be BCCing them instead of CCing them.
No, because she's saying that she's responded twice, but we haven't gotten the message at all, so she's not BCCing us.
Okay.
So.
Nope. This ad is just about as phenomenal as last week's.
Email than the one I just sent it to.
Since you are looking at the ads, see what they have on sale for steaks for Monday. Okay.
Steak. A steak a steak. I'm a steak a steak.
I'm going to stick a steak in you if you don't quit.
Snake a snake.
Fred, get her.
Fred, I dare you.
Sam, boneless KC strip steaks are $7 a pound. Looks like
everybody rock the world tonight.
Sammy's lost her mind. I think that's the only. That's like the only steak that they have on the ad at all. They have some shredded beef steak to make like Philly steak sandwiches, and they have a boneless pork shoulder, and that's it. We can check Dale's tonight when you get off work if you want. We can.
I got a. I was sitting there responding to the cross country coach, but so right now you can save up to 35% a night at the Dollywood Dreamwear Resort and Spa on stays from August 7th to September 22nd, and October 17th through November 3rd. Blackout dates and minimum night requirement may apply.
I'm sure that holidays are blackout dates.
Well, that's why it's through November 3rd. So,
well, set Labor Days during the August to September timeframe. So, did you decide if you were doing something for magical makeup tonight?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't finished looking.
Okay.
I got sidetracked with work and responding to the cross country coach.
Well, I may or may not be able to make it depending on what time you do it, because like I said, I'm going to the gym after work today. So
I really prefer to do it earlier than later. Because I do the more detailed looks more and more, and if I start at 7, I'm not done until like after 9. If I start at 5:30 or 6, I get done pretty decent.
Yeah, no, and I get that. I totally get that.
Well, we have been on here for about an hour and a half now. So, Christy, do you want to tell us what is coming up for you on your channel?
I think I have a video posting Monday, but other than that, I don't have any videos posting. I do have a lot of shorts posting, and right now they're all my Mad Hatter looks, the Johnny Depp version of the Mad Hatter, which has been getting a lot of traction on my channel. I think I've been getting thousands of views on each of those. So just look at the shorts, I suppose. And then I have magical makeup, and it's normally Thursdays, but lately I've just been doing it whenever I can do it. I did one Tuesday night, and I did the Marauders map from Harry Potter. And we might do one tonight, but I don't know what look I'm going to do.
Be watching for on our on like my community tab and on Instagram, because I will post if Christy ends up doing magical makeup.
That's all I got.
All right, Miss Sammy girl.
I don't have like anything coming up. I have Year of the Ear.
Have you stopped? Are you still doing videos?
Yeah, I just haven't had like any time. Well, not time. I just haven't had any like motivation, I guess.
I get in those ruts too.
Mm-hmm.
I should have a birthday video too, because us girls that I went to Disney with, Christy, the Magical Sweeties, so Lindsay, Reese, and Quinn, Shelby, Bibbidi Bruner, and Sue Banger's Bubblies. We all did, like, each of us got a person, and we had to send each other a box for our birthdays. So I should be having a box come soon for my birthday.
That's so cool. I love that.
Yeah.
And then on my end, we have videos up every day of the week. Sometimes they are shorts, sometimes they are regular videos. Shorts are Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. Regular videos are Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And this coming up, I've got several collabs and some swaps and things coming up in the next couple weeks. So be watching for those. So that's about it. We're going to go ahead and wrap up the first official coffee corner of summer vacation. We ended up doing a lot more coffee corners during the school year than I thought we would. But a lot of things just happened. You know, school was out for COVID. School was out for weather. School was out for threats. So was just a little bit of everything this year. And we are heartbroken for the families and the communities in Texas. It's something that no parent should have to go through. I know as a special education para working with students in different classrooms, it's something that you think about like on a daily basis, like what would I do in this situation? And you hope that whatever is going through your mind is you never have to use it. So our thoughts and prayers are with the families and the community and the staff down in Texas. So thank you everyone for coming to hang out with us, and we will see you in another video.